We continue to preview the 2025 college volleyball season. Our stop today is Fort Worth, Texas, as we get to visit with Aminah Orozco, who is heading into her second season as the head coach for the Texas Wesleyan Rams. Coach, we've had a chance to visit before. It was great to get to see you down in Fort Worth in November. Playoff time, a conference tournament time down there as well. 25-9 in your first season with the program, 18-4 in Sooner Athletic Conference play, and you got a tournament championship title along the way. Tell us a little bit about 2024.
Oh, 2024 was a blessing. Like you stated, I came in basically a week prior to preseason. So that's when I got hired right before, the 2 days or 3 days with these girls. And so this whole season was a lot of growth and development, right? For not only just for the team and for myself as well. Like you stated, I mean, what a season. So coming in and developing all these relationships with the girls, kind of, you know, s- restating my culture and program here. I mean, I'm really proud of these girls. Like I said, they really bought in. What I really truly, and I guess accept here, is that they already have a winning culture, right? It's already really established here. So kind of that grind mindset, that grit, is already established here. And so for me just to kind of, reestablish myself with them. And so they felt like, yeah, we're bought in, we're all in. And so once we found that little sync and cohesiveness, you saw it throughout this entire season. We had a little hiccup. I know kind of our biggest thing that kind of made us go back to the drawing boards, like I said, is like I, like to tell my athletes, kind of that loss against the Wayland Baptist, when we went to their turf. Kind of that was like a turning point for us, like, kind of either we're going to make it or we're going to break it, right? Kind of situation, kind of any loss, during conference, especially an important one, right? Because that was kind of when we're in the conference, we're like battling out. It was like third, everyone was fighting for like third, fourth, and it was kind of like, okay, we got to clean it up. We got to figure out, our system, our offense. What do we need to do? And from that game, I think we just really locked in. Everybody really worked hard, both on and off the court. I think it had to do with a lot of honest, just kind of self growth. I think for a lot of them, stepping into the pressure, like knowing, like, okay, what are our goals? And, do we really want to achieve it? Do we know and what it takes? And are we going to give it all we got? And so I think from that standpoint, from Waylon, I think these girls just looked at one another and they were selfless and they told each other, I'm going to do it not for just myself, but the person next to me, our seniors. We had a big senior class this past season, and we gave it everything we got every day in practice. There was, some tears, a lot of sweat, and we had a lot of injuries as well throughout the entire seasons. We had the most actual concussions I've ever come across. We had 3 concussions
I know that's not funny.
this past season.
It's
And so
I'm sure.
yeah, having to come across these concussions and, finishing strong. I think these girls are they're immaculate individuals. And I'm really proud of them and how strong we were able to finish and finish 3-0 against, Nelson University. They had basically almost the perfect season they did in conference. And it was a big accomplishment for these girls for 2024.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, you mentioned that, you were named on August 12th, 11 days later, you're in a festival in New Orleans with these girls. So what a ride, what an adventure. And I think it does warrant mention as well, that the 3-0 sweep over Nelson in the championship game of the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament, of course, also meant an appearance in the NAIA tournament as well. So congratulations on 2024. One more note about last season was Ruby O'Brien. She finished her career as a first team player on the all-region team, and it was the third consecutive year that she had that honor. Talk a little bit about what she meant to the team and the program, especially even in your year there.
I mean, first, kind of my meet in the interview, actually, Ruby O'Brien was in my interview process. And kind of sitting across from her, kind of everything she does is for these girls. Very selfless individual. She's very mature. Her IQ in this game, it shows. I mean, the setter in the position that she is, it's so important to understand the game, have the knowledge of the game, understanding of your other teammates. And she does a really good job of that. And she leads almost in every way possible, almost like a coach's dream, and I'm like tearing up right now. I wish I had it for another year. Yeah, it was like I said, from the beginning, I was just like, wow, this is something special. Truly something special, especially with her as a leader. I mean, she gets these girls, I can just mention something quick, whether, it can be something from okay arriving a little bit early, adding this into like our warm up routine. Hey, what are your thoughts, kind of getting the insights, building that relationship with her was, I think that's also what helped us throughout the season, because she basically knew them more than me. And like I said, being that leader, that strong head, really bright, I think she just honestly, she just makes the team the strongest it could be this past season, because of everything she's brought to this program and her position itself. She was a leader. Everybody looked up to her. She inspired everybody. And sometimes it didn't even have to be all positive. She was also one that just gave them the plain truth sometimes, and they accepted it. And so that's another thing that you also want as a coach when you talk about captains. Not only they lead with the example, but they're ones to have that heart to heart conversations, and she was one of them. And I was happy to have her by my side leading this special group this past season, and all her hard work and dedication to this program and to the sport showed. Yeah, 3 years in a row. I'm very proud of her. She's going to do amazing things in this life.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations to her for the accomplishments and the recognition for that as well. We're visiting now with Coach Aminah Orozco from Texas Wesleyan here on Midwest Sportsnet, and I encourage you, please take the time, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. It really does make a difference. We enjoy talking about small college sports and more here throughout the Midwest and beyond. We look ahead to 2025, Coach. You have Rumor and Rubus coming back to help lead your offense, a sophomore setter and a junior outside. And I know that was a big part of your offense last year. Tell us a little bit about what it will look like in 2025.
2025, I think from this past year is going to be consistency and execution, right? So kind of we finish strong. We want to look on improving, just being consistent there from preseason all the way to the end of season. Like I said, we had a little hiccup this past season, so I really look forward to cleaning that up here in the off season. Ruby O'Brien, Ruby Rumor, look at, we already just talked about her, but another Ruby, and now it's the only Ruby in the gym. We're really excited. As a freshman, she has definitely stepped up to the plate throughout this entire season. She made her mark on the court, especially towards the end of season. She really stepped into the pressure, especially, having her first appearance at nationals. Hannah, we changed her from an outside to a middle this past season alongside with Sydney. I think that was a huge difference compared to their prior season involving these middles. Specifically, those are the only two middles. If you look at that this past season, I literally had two middles this entire season. And these girls, they had no break, right? Day in and day out. We don't have a third middle. We didn't have anybody to rotate them out. And they stayed strong this entire season. And I can't wait to see them this upcoming year. I really think they're going to stand out. It's Sydney's last year. She's going to go out with a bang. I really do. She's really excited. She wants to make her mark. Same thing with Hannah, very strong willed individual, competitive as heck. I'm really excited to see these two. Ruby Rumor, she's alongside. She had O'Brien this past season to look up to. And so she wants to, walk in her shoes this next season and possibly do more, hopefully. Another senior that we have is Emily Lewis. So she was a DS for us this past season. I'm really looking forward to seeing her in that libero jersey, working hard, earning it in this off season, because she covers a lot of ground. She reads really well defensively, and I'm really excited to see what this off season with these strong seniors can bring.
All right. Lots of time between now and the start of the season. So I know you have time to make some changes and look not only at the ones who are coming back, but some of your recruits there and see how this first season really with signing, because you didn't have an opportunity last year to sign anybody. I mean, you just hit the ground running and went from there. So to see how these recruits come in, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk again prior to the season or even as the season goes on. But it's going to get started August 21st. You travel from Fort Worth down to San Antonio to Our Lady of the Lake, a festival there. And then, of course, a strong Sooner Athletic Conference schedule as well. Tell us a little bit about what 25 looks like on the calendar for you.
Yeah, so we have kind of two preseason tournaments, I guess. So right after Our Lady of the Lake, we come right back home and we have like our Labor Day weekend. This is going to be our second year hosting a tournament alongside Nelson University. So we call it the Texas Two-Step. So we're going to host our own tournament here that following weekend. And then again, September 5th, that begins season. We're really excited. Our opener, we go out to Oklahoma. So we are going to be playing against Southwestern Christian University. So September 5th, that's season. We're really excited. We see Nelson, which is, of course, we love to bring them up because they're our next door neighbors. But kind of first round there, we see them September 16th. And kind of with conference this season, it kind of looks a little different as far as how we're playing everybody from first round to second round. Normally it's consistent as far as first round versus and second round. We go to them, they come to us. Kind of this time around, it's kind of scrambled second round. So second round, we don't have Southwestern Christian coming to us. So we actually go back out to MACU and University of Science and Arts as well. So kind of excited to see how this season goes as far as kind of the concept of how we're playing and when we're playing them, because we actually play Nelson almost a month later, less than a month. So we see them September 16th and then we're over there October 28th. So only a little over a month. So we're a little eager, but very excited to see how this, season plays.
Oh, and Texas Wesleyan and Nelson, formerly SAGU, by the way, for those keeping score at home, at two teams that have been at the top of the Sooner Athletic Conference for quite a little while. And I know that you're enjoying the tournament title, but you want to get that regular season title as well, Coach. So success to you all this season. We're going to follow the Rams, the great program with Texas Wesleyan, and now under the leadership of Coach Aminah Orozco. Thank you so much for taking time with us today here as we preview the 25 volleyball season.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time as well.